Okay, today I want to do a video on, I've said it before when I talked about gel printing. You just need a plate, uh, a brayer, basic paints. You can use the cheap ones, but primary colors will get you everything you need. And I just want to show people, I mean, when you start out, you don't need a lot. I would start with either 5x7 or an 8x10. A cheap brayer, you don't need an expensive one. Cheap paper, this is paper from the dollar store. This is the sketchbook pad from the dollar store, which is $1 for like 40 sheets. And you can even use computer paper. That you can get that even cheaper. And this set here, I just bought from Amazon because I wanted to try the Amsterdam paints. I have one. I bought the indigo from them because I couldn't find that color in any other brand. So I got it from them and I loved it. So I decided to look and see what they had. They're supposed to be expensive, but this was $20. And I thought when I bought it, I thought, well, it's the smaller tubes, the half-size tubes. I didn't even look at how much was in them because I just wanted to see if it was worth upgrading to these paints. But this set here was $20. I think it was $21 on Amazon. And as you can see, it's the larger tubes. And the primary colors are lovely. But actually, you don't even need to start with this. You can just buy like the Craft brand. I buy the Craft brand in white because it's nice and liquidy and cheap. And just to lighten the color, you really don't need anything but the cheap paint. But you get the primary colors, yellow, red, blue, and the black and white. And that's all you need to do a lot. So I'm just going to show you real quick. It's going to be a short video. What you can do with just primary colors. Let's start with the blue. I've been playing with them for a little bit, and I just got basic stencils out. Like I said, scrapbook, dollar store paper. I've got some coffee dyed paper I'm going to play with too. Of course, I've got my deli plate paper. My mouth isn't working. I haven't had my coffee yet today. And I got some basic stencils over here. And some paper stencils that I've made. I'm going to use these too. But that's all I'm going to do, and I'm just going to play. See how nice these colors are? And this transparent as, oh, I'm definitely going to be using these paints for quite a while because the transparent color is beautiful. And I'm just going to put a background on this. Nothing fancy. I've got some leftovers from another printing, but it's actually making a pretty cool pattern. Let's put some red on it. My brayer just came flying apart. Pop it back together. I do need to clean my hand. Let's put some red down. Make a red background. It might end up a little purpley because I left the blue on, but I'm just doing a couple backgrounds to start. And I kind of like the leftover, I guess it was yellow I was using. But it left some dried stuff on there. And usually, my last print of the day, I put something down and pull everything out, but I didn't last night. So I was working on those little cards. I like that purple in that one. And let's do a nice juicy yellow, which will be a little orangey in places, but then we'll have backgrounds and everything. So I'm not really cleaning my brayer in between. I'm trying to get some interesting backgrounds, not just plain color. Ooh, look at that one. I like that. Let's pull the rest of that yellow if we can, and then I'm going to wash my plate. Pull the rest of that. Then we can get going. Okay, so now I got some nice primary backgrounds there. So this stuff's on pretty tight. So I'm going to come back when I'm done cleaning. Alright, I got most of it off. I don't know why that yellow stuck like that. I guess if I had pulled that print, if I had pulled that up, it probably wouldn't have. Now let's go back to, we started with blue, let's go back to blue. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a plate of blue. Before I start mixing them, I'll mix them on the too much of that blue. I love the transparency of this paint. I would recommend this paint to anyone. Like I said though, starting out, because you use so much paint, I would get the cheap stuff. That's what I started with when I started gel printing. I did some paint pouring, so I had a lot of inexpensive paint to use up. And let's put this down there. And maybe this here. This is a paper stencil that I made. And let's do this piece. As usual, I'm going to take my paper towel because it gets down into the little cracks and crevices better than your hand does. And you can push down a little bit harder because it's a soft thing. It's not going to, I mean, it's not going to hurt your plate to push down anyways unless you got fingernails going on it. Well, it is interesting. I like that. Might pick up a little more right here, then. Fill in that weird space. I like that. I'll go over it again, of course, though. And I'm going to take a piece of deli paper and pull up the rest that's in between. Just pull up that little stuff that didn't want to come up. Sometimes it just doesn't want to release. But you get interesting. I'll print over that a couple times and it'll be gorgeous. Oh, let's do it on. I don't know, I think it's going to be too light for the. Let's do it on the yellow. Oh, I like that. It's very muted. Look at that. Can you see that one? If I put it down. I like that. There's a little bit left, but I don't think it's going to come up. Well, it might come up on the deli paper. Let's just overprint this. Take most of it up. Look at that. Oh, it is pretty. Alright, now let's go for some purple. Let's mix the purple on here. First thing I try usually starting is equal parts. Mix my purple. I don't know where all my... There's one. And I mix it right up on the plate. Kind of on the red side. I guess I've used too much red, but it's a nice color. Look at that. Let's put a little blue up here and see if we can purple it up a little more. It's really too red. I like that. Definitely a deep, deep, deep purple hue. Now, let me get a stencil from down here. Put this on the blue. I think I only did one blue background. Yeah, I think we want it. I'm really pushing down with this time, trying to get as much of it as I can. Look at that. That is pretty. And the camera probably can't see, but it is a really deep, beautiful purple. Well, you can see over here where the white is. Maybe you can see it better when I put it on the yellow. I'll do this. Yeah, you can see that it's purple better on this page. You see that? Beautiful stuff happening there. Quite often the page isn't beautiful, but there's nice stuff. Let's see if we can pull the rest of this up. Or start for another one. Pull most of it. Fortunately, I got paint on my finger. Okay. Now let's move on to orange. See what kind of orange we can make with this. I'm not going to clean the plate. I'm just going to go for it. Try and start off with equal amounts and work from there. Already see it's going to be a nice one. And you'll get different colors, I mean mixing different reds and different blues. There's certain ones I prefer to mix. Unfortunately, there's still some purple, which is going to dull the orange, but actually I'm kind of liking that. It's like a burnt orange. Right, if the purple wasn't on the roller, it would be brighter. Let's put down this stencil and see what kind of contrast we can get with the orange and red. I really like the way these colors mix. I mean, I could just print the whole day with just these three. Oh, but the orange doesn't show very much on that. basically more of the purple came up on it, but I'll overprint that in a sec. Let's see if we can get something nice and subtle with this one. With what's left of the orange. Wasn't very much paint on there. But you can see it's a very pretty color. It's like a burnt orange. Put it down on the wax paper. I always put my stencils on wax paper. Sometimes I'll have a page to the side that I'll clean them on first, but I don't clean them very often. I think we're just going to pull this what's left of it by itself. Oh, look at that. That is a pretty orange. You see that? I'll come up a little for a close-up. I possibly will. Can you see that? Pretty. Alright. I have the red left. Let's see if I pull it on some coffee dyed paper. Just a little bit of it. Nope, not enough coming up. Take what's left of the bear and try pulling it up. Just some color on the paper. It's not bad, but it doesn't have very much contrast. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is, since I'm into the orange, we're going to see what it looks like with a little white. Start really mixing colors. That's a pretty flesh tone, peach tone. Not my flesh tone, of course. Somebody's, I'm sure. Alright, that's what we did on this end. Now on the other end, let's just make something different. A little blue. I don't use much green unless it's like an army green. I don't like bright green. I like the kind of subdued sage greens. But we're going to put some white in that and see what we get. Let's see what this page comes up looking like. Too much yellow. See, that's a nice green, but that's not what I want with that. Blue it up a bit. And a little more white. Let's see, that's a nice sagey green. Green blue. Now I'm not going to mix it thoroughly. This way it's more interesting on your plate. I like mixing directly on the plate like that. I'm letting this one over here dry. I'm going to overprint over the top of it in a bit when it's totally dry. Alright. Now let's tackle that with fire. I don't want to mix it down too far. I want to keep some of that peachy tone. And let's put this on the red. Let's put it on that red that I didn't like what happened with. This one right here that had nothing show up on it worth anything. But as you can see, you can already mix some nice colors, just messing around here. I'm not trying to get a particular color. I'm not sure I like it with the red, but look at all those colors just from 3. Now I'm going to pull this off with deli paper. I am running low on deli paper. Time to hit the Amazon. And I do most of my shopping through Amazon. If you need the links to anything, I'm not an affiliate, so I'm not going to make any money off it, but if you need the links to any of these supplies that I got or use, just let me know in the comments and I will put the links in. Normally I think people will, if I tell them what it is, it's Amsterdam paint, people can go on Amazon and find it. But if you need the links, all you gotta do is let me know. I don't mind. I always answer my comments. I try and answer all my comments. I don't get that many, so I have a very small time. Oh, look how pretty that is. It's very hard to see the deli paper ones. Hold on, let me put a sheet of paper under it so you can see it better. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I might just leave that just like that. But look at those pretty colors I mixed, just messing around. Okay. Well, let's pull it up on something else. Do I have a yellow? I have this one. Or whatever, the green on the red. That is pretty. Can you see that? The colors you can get. Much better than what was originally on there. I'll just pull it up on a plain sheet and then we'll print over it again. Alright, we have a couple of these really plain ones to print over. But look at how pretty that green is. Beautiful. Let me clean my plate and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to mix a purple. I'm actually going to make a lavender. Down here, let's do 2 drops of blue. 1, 2. And up here, 1 drop of blue. 1 drop of red there. 2 drops of red up here. Well, let's mix it up. See what we get. Sometimes I will just use the knife or a paintbrush to put my paint on the palette. I mean on the gel plate, because you get a totally different effect. Alright, now we're going to put some white in them. I might need a little bit more blue. Red is very saturated and it likes to take over. So let's put a little more blue in that one. Trying to get a lavender, not a pink. Although pink is pretty. There we go. That's not what I want. Get rid of that pinkish tone. White down here. Oop, way too much white. Put it off to one side for later. Alright, can you see how they're totally different purples? See how you get a more interesting background by not totally mixing everything, not over mixing it. Over mixing will give you a nice flat color, but if that's what you want. Alright, can you see the difference? This has more red, this has more blue. Let's overprint on something. Let's overprint on this thing right here. Just gently. I'm not trying to take up all the color. You see that? Now let's put down a stencil. Paper stencils are sticking to everything today. And let's pull this up partially on something. How about on this right here? Let's pull it up in the bottom half. Okay, with the white it shows up on the dark background nicely. And you can see these are so light and these are the darker purple ones. Just by adding more blue. I'm going to keep that one as is. Yeah, I am getting to the very bottom of my deli paper. There are 500 sheets in there, so I guess I can use a lot of deli paper. But I like it that it's in that convenient box. That's really nice. Alright. And we'll pull this up, and that should be it. Well, I have one more background. And here's the lavender over that light orange. You see that? Has some very nice areas. We have one more background. Let's use the black and then I'll be done. But as you can see, you can do a lot of, and there's a lot more variations in color mixing you can do. You can mix a nice brown by mixing all three of the colors together. And if you want like a burnt sienna, you just put more red. You have the only way you learn how to do it is by doing it, and there's a lot of things you can do. A lot of color combinations you can mix just with this. So let's do this on the other half of this. Pull some of it up. There's the black on that. I'll pull it up on a scrap sheet so I can put the rest of it on the red. Oh, that's not bad on the scrap sheet. I do use my scraps for collage. Let's pull it up on this piece of deli paper and get as much of it as we can up. And do that red sheet. But like I said, this was like $21 and they're large. I was so surprised. What are they, 100 and... see, it was in liters, so I didn't even look. I mean, it was in... I don't know what it is, but as you can see, they're huge tubes. They're not the little mini. And I do like to buy the mini sets that have tons of colors every once in a while, because there'll be a color in there that you're going to want to buy again. Alright, let's pull this black up on the red and then I'm done. Get the, it's got the lavender and the red, and where the black is just spread out. Let me turn its zoom down. See how lovely that is? All the different variations just with what we've done today. I steady the camera after I move it. And I'm going to let that dry and print over the top of it with one color. And call it a day. Thank you very much for watching my video. I love doing it. This is just primary colors. Like I said, it's the Amsterdam primary colors. They come with yellow, red, blue, black, and white, and that's all you really need to get going. Later on, you'll discover colors you love, but there's no sense buying every color there is. Or you can buy the small set with a variety of colors, which I have one right here. After I bought these primary colors, I forgot I gotten these for Christmas. And I don't know how much they were. It was a Christmas present, but this has the primary and the secondary colors in it. This is a 20 milliliters, 12 set. I don't know how much it was. I didn't buy it. Somebody got it for me for Christmas. And I forgot. I get so many art supplies for Christmas that I have to slowly go through them. So I'll be working on this one after I'm done with these. So thank you very much. You have a nice day. Like if you like it. You can hear the rain outside now. Subscribe if you want to see more videos. I'll be doing more. I love doing these. I do like 2 a week. Not too much to bother you, but I try and keep them short. You have a nice day. Thank you.